What's up, guys? Brown Dust to July 20th update on the menu today, and also I want to go over the developer notes that were also posted. So we have plenty of things to go through. So let's start with that. We're getting some packages. I'm gonna skip this because I don't pay, so does not really mean anything to me. We're getting the costume extension for our period, so current banner was supposed to, or both of current banners were supposed to run out on July 20th, but they are extending it for another week, so instead it will expire on July 26th. Now, the character banners or the costume banners will get the extension, however the gear pickup event will not, so the both banners for the gear will go away on July 20th. Just a fair warning. We're also getting new pickup event, and it does actually start on July 20th, so we will have 3 characters on the rate up banner at the same time. I'm assuming maybe we'll get also her weapon banner, so we'll still have 4 banners running at the same time. That would be my guess. But we are getting B rank idols here. Oh yeah, and it says exclusive gear also. So those 2 will be up until August 2nd. I'm actually not sure what they will do after 1 week. So on July 26th, if they will add another character and another banner, my guess would be Gray, as that's the only character we're missing from the current event, but yeah, I'm not too sure. Now, Powder of Hope shop product update. So the current costumes that we have in the shop will go away on July 20th, and we will be getting the new characters actually, or new costumes. So we'll be getting the Elenir costume from the current banner and Helena from the current banner, and also 2 regular costumes for Eclipse and for Row. So just as I expected and I talked about, it seems like every time the rate up banners finish, those characters will be added into the Powder of Hope shop after. So just like Justia and Shera banners went away, we got them in the Powder of Hope. Same thing happens here. Elenir and Helena will run out, and we'll be getting them in the Powder. This time it's a little exception because the banners get the extension for 1 more week. So we will be able to buy them after the 20th update, but they also will still be on banner till the 26th. So this is just, you know, a special circumstance basically. But normally, terminated pickup event costumes will be added to Powder of Hope afterwards. The rank up star and gold pouch products will be maintained, so anything that's not the costumes will stay in the shop, and the above product can be purchased once per account. Now I'm hoping that by saying once per account they mean once per rotation, meaning right now if we have, so right now we have Elenir, so if I buy her right now, if in, I don't know, let's say 5 months, Elenir gets the gets back on the Powder of Hope shop, I'm assuming I'll be able to purchase it again because it's a new new product. So I'm assuming the once per account purchase they mean during the specific period, right? During the rotation. So hopefully that's the case. That way we'll be able to buy things eventually, right? The costumes. And save up for them. So with the 20th update, we're also getting some changes to the fan meeting exchange event. That's the event that you, when you do normal combat, you get the event currency, and then you can spend event currency on the random, I don't know, bingo board, whatever you want to call it. They are changing the drop rate of the specific event currency from 60 to 80%, and quantity from 1 to 2. So this is a big buff, right? We're getting way higher chance now of getting the specific event currency, but also we're getting 2 of it instead of 1, so big changes. Also, there's no limit on exchanging, so they posted detailed information how the rewards will look like. I'm not really gonna go through them. All you need to know is the key items, basically. The 5th round is 4-star contract, and then 10th round is the 3-star ability book and 2-star ability book. And then after that, every single refresh, so after the 10th board you clear, the key item will be 10,000 gold 5 times, right? And those rewards. So basically not like super crazy stuff. The best stuff is at the beginning, where you get the 4-star contracts here. The 5th round is pretty big, because that's half of the 5-star contract. You get some diamonds along the way as well. You get some draw tickets here, right? 5 tickets on the 1st round, which is nice, and 3rd round. You still get diamonds here though, so that's nice. In the last one that you can repeat. So it's only 60 diamonds, so not that big of a deal overall, but hey, at least something. Other than that, yeah, that's about it for the update. Decent things, honestly. I'm not too sad about it. Pretty decent things. At least some confirmations and stuff. I expected a little more, to be honest, from the patch notes, but hey, maybe we'll be getting a little more stuff later down the line. I know they're planning more for August, and that's when more of the cool things will happen. So that's what I'll be waiting for mostly. All right, now let's go to the other one, which is the developer notes. And I think developer notes are actually pretty cool. So for the August update, they are planning on improving the character and gear draw experience. And what they mean by it, they are adding the pity, basically. So like any other gacha, honestly I don't know why those things were not in the game, so they're basically catching up to what was supposed to be from the very start. So now you'll have 10 draw pity for a 4-star, which is pretty much, I feel like every single gacha has this system in, so I'm really surprised that this was not in the game, honestly. So now every 10th draw, if you did not receive 4 or 5-star, you're guaranteed on the 10th draw to receive a random 4-star at least, right? So that's nice. And then if you obtain 4-star or 5-star before 10 times, of course it will the pity will reset. And also another pity they're adding is for the 5-star. So if you did not get any 5-star until 100th draw, the 100th draw will guarantee a random 5-star. It will be a 50-50, and I think that's the case for every... actually, I don't know if that's the case for every 5-star you get. At the very least, on the for the 100th draw, it's 50-50 between pickup, character, or any other 5-star, which I personally hate 50-50s. If you pull on pickup or rate up banner, you're drawing on it so you can get the rate up character. I think it's really scummy and stupid that you can just 50-50 miss the character and then you're fucked. So I don't like the system at all. I hope they will maybe change or think to like change it to something else, though. Overall, it doesn't feel too bad for a free-to-play player, the game right now. Unless of course you're trying to compete in PvP, then yeah, you're gonna have a bad time. But Overall, it's not too bad, honestly. It feels decent. So those changes also will be implemented in the gear draw, so the same rule, which is honestly kind of a bigger deal to me, because that means the SR gear you will have guaranteed, right? So also they're mentioning it here. It doesn't matter if you do 1 pulls at a time or you do 10 pull immediately or 3 draws. Like, all of this still counts, so it will keep track of your last 10 pulls, and again, it will guarantee the 10th pull to be the 4-star, regardless of if you use singles, multi, or if they were the free daily ones. So very nice. I think the gear stuff will definitely mean a lot more, especially after the update when the gear will get buffed. So, and maybe you'll be able to like re-roll the stats, hopefully. That way, yeah, like the free SR gear would be very nice for characters, because it's definitely strong. What else? So after the existing Powder of Hope system will remain unchanged. Yep. Drug game release on 22nd. Before update, 4 and 5 costumes and gear random tickets equal to number of costume gears were not acquired. Okay, so this is some stuff that happened. Oh, okay, I see what it means. So they're saying that if you played the game and you were drawing stuff before, or like you were doing it from the game release, right? Until before the safety update comes, you will get all of your rewards back. So if you've missed on 4 or 5 stars due to pulling before this gets implemented, it will retroactively be given to you, the rewards. So that's nice. Battle balance adjustments. So this is actually interesting take they have. So they're talking about the characters that they have higher offense abilities than defensive abilities, which is true. And most battles are decided within 1 turn, which is also true. Especially in like PvP, that's very true. Even in PvE, that's very true. Like the first turn, usually you want to just one-shot all the mobs, or almost all the mobs, and that's like you probably won at that point, or you lost. So because of this, they are changing the value of defensive characters and skills. So they want to have basically longer battles. And they're talking about it, saying that there is fun in contemplating a strategy to win within 1 turn, but in the long run we concluded that more diverse types of characters should be used in battle to maximize the fun of strategy, which I agree with. I am having a lot of fun trying to figure out the first turn kill of the enemy. I was just finishing chapter 7 today on the very hard difficulty, and it was fun to figure out how to kill the boss and get the team going and finally clear it. But I think I shouldn't be basically one shot from every enemy, right? Like I think there should be more strategy or more options for me if I want to like tank, for example, right? If I want to play the long game, I think that should be an option, especially when they try to give you the tips of try to kill this guy first and then take care of the other boss. It's like, well, you're not gonna do it in 1 turn, and usually turn 2 you're probably dead by then, unless you like do very smart tanking and you barely stay alive, or you use cheese tactics with like evasion and stuff, right? So I'm very curious how this will go. I think it's a good direction though. So decreasing attack of power of monsters, so they will deal less damage to you, which is good because I feel like they have way too much damage right now, where basically all characters just get 1 or 2 shotted for the most part, unless you have like, you know, end game gear with good HP values and stuff, and then sure, like you probably can live longer than just 1 turn. But yeah, for the most part, that's what it is. Then defense related stats of all characters will get increase, as well as stats on defensive gear, vitality through collection buff, and the effect of property resistance. So basically we're nerfing the attack damage of monsters and we're boosting all aspects of defense stuff. So defensive stats, stats on defensive gear, the buff, HP buff from collection, and also the way the resistance work. So very cool, very cool. I'm very eager to see how the values and combat will look like after the update, and I think it will be more, I don't know, like easier to do, more plausible to do for people, especially like newer players, to push the hard and very hard campaign when enemies suddenly don't just one shot, and you can maybe tank down and try to kill the bosses within few turns. So we'll see. Recommended combat power adjustments. So they're talking about combat power, that this is just they were trying to get like a rough number, so you know what you're facing and stuff like that. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, they will be calculating it better now with weights put on property, skill placement, knockback, and stuff like that. So basically it should read easier if you're strong or not, is my understanding of it. I don't care too much about it because at the end of the day, to me, it like I don't really care about the combat power. All I care about is just trying the fight, and I need to see the stats and the HP on the enemy, and then I know if I can kill it or not, basically. Like that's how I look at it. If I see that, you know, enemies have X thousand health, for example, and I know how much my characters can deal, I can quickly figure out that, like, okay, this should be doable with my gear right now. So to me, the combat power doesn't mean anything, and you know, it's kind of hard to account for cool interactions and cool like tricks and strategies you can have with some characters right now in the game, especially like stuff that like knockback, right? Like knockback is very strong in later contents, as it scales based off the max HP of the enemy you're pushing, and since the enemies scale up and they're about the same levels, usually you just one shot. If you knock back someone into someone, they get one shot. That's usually the case. So and there are some other things that are cool like that, so but I'm not gonna talk about it now. We'll talk about it maybe in some other video. So yeah, combat power will get some revision, which is nice. Now, the last piece of news is here, which is very, very exciting to me. So, the development team is working hard to prepare for the July and August updates. Makes sense. There are still many things we want to show to our users after the September update, such as PC client and new contents. We will let you know as soon as possible, as soon as we have decided on the later update contents. So, this PC client, holy smokes, I did not expect them to talk about PC client or even have it in the plans anytime soon. I was hoping that at some point they will be like, yeah, okay, PC client we'll think about it. But nah, they just straight up said that they are planning on adding PC client, and they're already giving us a timeline for it after September update. So very nice. Like, if we get PC client within few months, I think this will be great. The 60 FPS update was fantastic. The game feels way smoother. I think if we get PC client on top of it, I'm fairly positive it will solve a lot of issues with crashing, with like loading screens and all of that stuff. I think the game will work so much fucking better. That is my expectation. I might be wrong. The loading stuff might be tied to servers, and then, well, they would have to just fix the servers at that point. And the freezing and stuff like that might be the game itself, which, again, it will be on them to fix it. But regardless, at the very least, I will be very happy to cut out the middleman of the any of the emulators, because this is one less problem to worry about, right? I don't have to worry about emulator being bad or not optimized or just completely breaking after a specific update. You know, there are many games like E7, for example, where the game works well, and then after a specific update on the same emulator, it works way worse, and it's like, it's very irritating. So I think PC client is a great thing. I can't wait. I think this will be a huge thing. It will make games so much better. That way people won't have to rely on the emulators, won't have to worry about emulators at all. And if something doesn't work, then it doesn't work well for everyone. So then the company will be forced to fix it as soon as possible, instead of emulator broke it or last patch broke it on the emulator, and, well, the emulator team will get around to fixing it, you know, whenever they feel like. So, if they can even fix it, that is. So, I'm very happy that they're talking about PC client. So far, great news and great updates overall. I think they've been knocking it out of the park. You can say that, like, the game is pretty rough still, that it might be a more, or it feels more like a beta game, which, yeah, it kind of does. It definitely is not a polished game, but I think the devs are constantly in contact. Like, the amount of news and updates and developer notes is crazy, dude. The game released not too long ago, and we're already on our 6th developer notes. This is stellar communication. I wish more companies communicated as often as they do. So I'm very happy about that aspect, and the overall direction I think is good. Like, from all the things they're trying to fix, trying to change, I think for the most part all of it goes into very, very positive direction, and stuff that just makes sense to do it the way they're planning on fixing. So I'm very happy about it. You can guys let me know what you think, and yeah, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.